A half-empty glass sat on the bar, the ice cubes rattling softly. The man across from me stirred his drink, his gaze distant. He was handsome in a rough kind of way, like a cliff face imposing, weathered, not easily read. His silence wasn't uncomfortable, just solid. Like the mountains outside this secluded lodge, he had a stillness about him that put me at ease without quite knowing it. But as the night deepened, I started to feel restless. It was one of those feelings you get, a sense of something not said, something left in the air between us. So I decided to speak, to see if I could shift that energy, break the quiet. Are people usually this friendly here? I asked, gesturing vaguely to the empty dance floor. We were the only ones in the bar area. After a few drinks, maybe, he answered, his eyes meeting mine. This is as lively as it gets. Around here, most come for the view and the solitude. The company's a bonus. I nodded, taking a sip of my drink. His words made sense, but I couldn't help but wonder if it was the same for him. Was he here by choice, or was he hiding too? Hiding from something, someone, a past? I couldn't tell. And that unsettled me because in the dim light of the lounge, I kept seeing glimpses of a story hidden beneath his stillness. A story I wanted to hear. Why do you ask? He suddenly inquired, his voice deep and resonant. Startled by the question, I set my glass down. Oh, it's nothing, I replied quickly, realizing how forward I must sound. And maybe I was just reading too much into things. Maybe his life wasn't some wild adventure. Maybe he was just a bartender who liked his job and the quiet. People like that existed, I tried to convince myself. But something in his eyes told me there was more there, buried under his calm exterior. But he didn't press me. Instead, he refilled my glass and poured himself another whiskey. What's your story, Riley? He asked unexpectedly, swirling the amber liquid in his glass. I blinked, surprised by the sudden shift. What do you mean? Why are you here? What brings you to this corner of the world? His eyes glinted with a playful light. I hesitated. Truth was, I hadn't really thought about it before. I'd received the invitation and accepted without much thought. I guess I needed a change of scenery, a chance to clear my head. He nodded slowly, his gaze intense. Scenery can do that. Sometimes all we need is a new perspective. I met his eyes, intrigued by his perceptiveness. He didn't push when I didn't elaborate, didn't pry when I went quiet. There was something about his understanding silence that made me feel seen. It was unsettling and comforting at the same time. Suddenly he straightened, his earlier stillness returning. I should get back to work, he said quietly. I knew he meant he wanted me to go. Despite the empty dance floor and deserted tables, I understood his unspoken words. I'd stayed long enough. It was time for me to move on. Just like his face, his eyes were hard to read. Did he want me to go? Was he hoping I'd stay? Or was he simply a master of concealing his emotions? I wasn't sure, but something in his silence told me I wouldn't find the answers tonight. The night was young, and I had a feeling this was just the beginning. With a last glance at the half-empty glass on the bar and the stoic man behind it, I turned to leave. I had a feeling I wouldn't be going back to that bar anytime soon. But the memory of the man with eyes as deep and inscrutable as the mountain night would stay with me.